What is good, YouTube? My name is George and welcome to another episode of School's Out. So I graduated from college. If you want, you can go check out my entire senior year video playlist. I'll put a card up at the top. And I am back from a month-long road trip where me and Nora drove around the entire country. It was absolutely life-changing. And now I am experiencing something totally new that I've never experienced before in my life. It is the first time that I've ever kind of not been in school. It's my first time really, truly adulting, especially since I am pursuing this YouTube channel and my clothing brand as a full-time job. It's like, and I want to tell you guys how I'm starting off adulting in New York City for the first time ever, and the big projects that are on my mind that I'm really excited to get started with. I think the reason that I'm so excited to be in this new experience, especially in the middle of New York City, is just a feeling of freedom and having time, and also just feeling more enabled than I ever have to kind of do what I want and build this thing that I'm building. And a huge part of it is just access to cool people. Like, just in the first week that I got back to New York City, I actually was able to get lunch with a skateboarder who works at YouTube, and I got to see the New York City YouTube office. I actually got to meet a couple of the co-founders of Brevity Backpacks, which is one of my favorite backpacks. I just got to sit down and talk to them, and it was so cool. And I don't know, I have this feeling like I have infinite access to cool people to meet, not only for like YouTube and business, but on a more personal note, I've been staying connected with friends from college, and that has been feeling really good. But overall, yeah, it's just like the time I have and the new energy I can dedicate to YouTube and Aeroskateco. It's like, in college, I would say my whole life was kind of just mayhem. Like, it was always putting out a fire. Like, I would be juggling a massive paper and trying to keep up with my video schedule. I pulled an all-nighter last night writing a paper for my philosophy class. I'm overwhelmed by every single one of my classes, sleeping through my classes by accident. I'm juggling my passions as a skateboarder, a YouTuber, packing Aeroskateco orders. Now, basically do everything at the last minute. You know, it was fun, and you're surrounded by this amazing community of people who are here to learn, and you're all kind of going through this collective wild experience, and I absolutely loved it. But yeah, having the time to clear my head has been very exciting. Oh, I thought always commit to which hand.
Not wrecking ball approved.
Hello, wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And that leads me to project number 1. And there are 5 big projects that I'm focusing on right now. But number 1 is the biggest. It's been absolutely dominating my mind space right now. And this first project is to basically organize every single part of my life. But most importantly, it is to treat work as work. Never in my life have I sat down to edit a video and like internalize it as work. The reason that I think this is important is because it greatly enhances your productivity if you're in a work mode. Like, I have a huge problem with getting distracted by other tasks. I'm just a ball of stress, and I'll be doing one thing and another thing will pop into my head and I'll switch to that thing, which distracts me from the first thing. And I just want to completely get rid of that stress. So I am like completely overhauling the way I think about things. Just make sure I'm working enough throughout the day. I've been using Trello to actually map out every single thing that I need to do. Literally, I want to have every single task out of my mind and onto a page so that I don't have to be thinking and stress about it. Actually, a big part of this has been this book. It's called Getting Things Done. I've heard great things about it. I'm actually not too far into it, but already it's like freaking blowing my mind. Project number 2, I want to get a lot more legit with Aero Skateco. If you're not familiar, Aero Skateco is a clothing brand that I started a couple years ago. And that's, you know, one of those things where it's just a big mess. Like, every time I drop a clothing line, it's always just like they pop into my head and I do them, and it's really frantic. But I really want to get that under control. I want to make it more legit and scheduled and consistent. So right now I'm actually working on 2 Aero Skateco lines at the same time. I've never been kind of stacked up in that sense, and I'm really excited about that. Project number 3, and I am really stoked for this one, is to kind of bolster my channel memberships here on YouTube and also link it up with a Patreon. So channel memberships are a way for me to give perks to people who are supporting my channel directly. So I actually have them turned on right now, but just along with everything being a mess, that is kind of one of those things that slips my mind often. So really appreciate everyone who's been a channel member, even though I've been slacking off on that. But I'm like going to incorporate this into my system. I'm gonna have 3 different tiers, and I'm in the process of brainstorming really cool perks that I can deliver to my channel members on a regular basis. And I'm just so excited to get that going, because it's like, I feel like gonna be such a cool little community, and just logistically it's going to make it more realistic and stable for me to be a creator as my job. Project number 4, another one I am hugely excited about, is starting a podcast. So this is just going to be something that I think would be really cool to do. Just kind of want to give people stuff to listen to, and I know I want it to kind of be about where I'm at in life and talk to people who are in a similar place, like young adults who are trying to carve their own path, become entrepreneurs, creators, just people trying to figure stuff out and get to know their stories is my idea right now. So that is in the pipeline. And lastly, kind of a smaller project, I ordered a bunch of Helmet Gang decals. So they're the type of stickers that you put on and then you peel off the background, so it's actually just the lettering. I got them pretty small so they could go on your helmet, just to see if people are interested in buying them. Kickflip front lip. I might die, so. what you guys just saw was just some of the sessions I had in New York City since getting back from the road trip. Super stoked on learning the kickflip frontside lip slide. So that is one that I've been thinking about for a while, and that is the perfect box for it because you can kind of cheat a little bit and go straight at it instead of from the side. But yeah, I'm stoked. I just got this ring light. I hope it's not too crazy looking on my glasses, but I have terrible lighting in New York City, so pretty stoked to have this. And yeah, not really relevant to the topic of this video, but I just wanted to vent something to you guys that I've been thinking about regarding mindset in skateboarding. So I was actually dealing with a bunch of bad skateboarding days in a row where I felt like not only was I not progressing, but I was actually performing at a worse level than I usually do. And if you kind of power through that bad day and just keep skating, just keep trying your best, even if you think it's not as good as you're usually skating. If you're trying your best, that's still pushing yourself and you're still progressing. And if you just internalize that mindset, you can kind of keep your mood high even when you're having a bad day, because you just, you know, you accept that you're having a bad skate day, but you still, you know, kick the board around and have some fun. Like that session I had when my homie Aaron came over, I couldn't even like land any manual tricks, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to keep having fun and stuff. And so yeah, hopefully that mindset will assist some of you. So yeah, that's why I'm excited to be an adult in New York for the first time. It's crazy. I mean, it's like I still think of graduation as kind of a haze. It's like just life is going really fast, but fortunately I'm more excited than afraid right now. I mean, the nostalgia is definitely there. You know, I'd be bumping Frank Ocean and thinking about how fast summer is going. Summer's not as long as it used to be. In September, I normally would be driving back to school, but this September, just still gonna be doing my thing here, which is insane. So yeah, and you know, of course, skateboarding is just always gonna be a huge part of my life and this channel. I just have been loving skateboarding, maybe more than usual. I don't know, it's just, I always feel good when I'm riding my skateboard, and I'm always gonna be pushing myself and putting it on YouTube. Yeah, there will be plenty more skateboarding in the next several decades on this YouTube channel. All right, guys, well, I guess this is the start of adult life in New York City. I've been using Trello.